morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
There's been a report of a violation of your community control. The allegations against you are on July 10, 2024, you were convicted of assault and obstructing official business in Hamilton County. On January 3rd, 2025, you were convicted of unauthorized use of property in Hamilton County. On January 3rd, 2025, you were also convicted of having weapons under a disability through Hamilton County Common Pleas Court. And then going back to October 10, 2021, you failed to attend an order to report resulting in a warrant being issued. You failed to comply with substance abuse treatment as ordered. And you failed to make any timely restitution payments as ordered. This could result in revocation of your community control and imposition of the sentence that was reserved. You have a right to be represented by an attorney on this matter. If you can't afford an attorney will be appointed to represent you. Would you like to have legal counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you understand we will appoint an attorney to represent you?
Can I speak or no?
I just asked you a question.
Oh, yeah, I don't want an attorney.
Okay. All right, then, yes, you can speak. First thing I want to ask you, though, is do you admit or deny the charges?
I admit.
All right, is there a statement from the state of Ohio?
Yes, Your First of all, I just wanted to make the court aware, the victim in this case, Derek Skidmore, he's the one who's owed $4,671.40 by this defendant on the theft charge. He is present and would like to make a statement in this case, I think primarily because the defendant's been gone for over 4 years.
Okay.
That's okay. Do you want him just to come to the table here?
That's fine, yes. Good morning.
State your name first.
Derek Skidmore, Your Honor.
You're going to need to keep your voice up because it gets lost.
Gotcha. Derek Skidmore, Your Honor.
All right, what would you like to say, sir?
I just want to be paid back. It wasn't just, the $5,000, the cause and effect of that. It was homeowner insurance money for him to redo my roof. I couldn't get my roof done. I was forced to take out a second mortgage on my home. Homeowner's insurance wouldn't touch me. I couldn't move companies for 4 years because that stuff stays on your record. So just the financial whirlwind that was caused by this gentleman. In the 6 years I've been looking for him to hold him accountable for what he did to my family and I. That's really all I have to say. I want to be paid back. I want to be made whole.
I actually have some money. I don't know if you got my letters, but I have some money I could pay towards restitution today.
I did receive your letters.
And I do want to make it whole. I'll give you my word. I went to prison from here. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I know.
Okay, yeah. The next county, remember you gave me probation, and the next county I went to sentenced me to prison, and I've suffered 3 strokes, but I got a job with the Carpenters Union. I can pay today what I have, and I can start making payments. I got a family too.
Okay.
I'm sorry about
Sir,
what I
address
did.
your comments to me.
I'm sorry. I can pay what I have today, and I can start making regular payments. I talked to my probation officer the other day, and she took down some stuff because of my job that I start. I dropped a clean urine. I've been through multiple programs. I wrote them all down for you. Thinking for a Change, moral recognition therapy. I believe I'm a changed man. I just gotta make it right and quit doing this dumb stuff. I'm not a child and not a kid anymore, and I don't want to do bad stuff. I want to make sure I don't go to jail. I've been in prison a long time, and I've learned from just it's not the right thing to do. But drugs are the least of my worries. I'm not worried about going back on drugs because I got too much motivation. And I got $163 on my books right now, and I would sign that over towards restitution, and I can start paying weekly or monthly, however you deem it required. I can drop clean every trip. I'm not going to drop dirty not one time, Your Honor. If I just need a chance, and my probation officer said we're about second chances here. So if you find it in your heart I want to pay this man, I honestly do. I had a relationship with him and his family, and he was.
How much have
gentleman.
you paid him in 4 years?
I've been in prison and I didn't pay any.
When were you in prison?
I went straight from here to prison. The next county sent me to prison, and then when I got out,
When was that?
in 2019.
You got out in 2019?
No, I got out in 22,
Okay.
and then I hadn't paid any. I was, I was still lost in addiction, but I've changed. I'm not that man. I'm not.
So
And I've been saving my money since I got locked up. I wrote you a letter.
You got $160.
163 right now.
4 years you've been out of prison.
I wasn't out of prison. I went to Indiana prison for 14 months on a prior case.
When I say how long have you been out of prison, you would think you would want to tell me when you got out of prison.
Okay, maybe 7 months in between. Not a long time, and because I went to Indiana prison, and then and I'm not justifying that. That was prior stuff before the court's order of probation. So if you give me the chance, I'm going to show you. 163 is not a lot of money, but it's everything I could save in prison on state pay, and within 2 weeks I could have payments up here, and I got support. I got family support. I got my, I wrote you on everything I got, but the Carpenters Union is going to start me out at $24.60 an hour. So I don't see no reason why I couldn't get this paid off in a year or two at the most.
Okay. Anything from the state beyond this victim statement?
Your Honor, I was speaking with Mr. Skidmore because I was trying to figure out, because he does want to get his money. However, my understanding is the last time we let him out, I guess back in, I don't know if it was 21 or it was before that, he took off. He was supposed to go out and pay, and you made a good job, and we were going to give him an opportunity to, start paying and all that, and all he did is he went AWOL. So I understand that maybe this is what he's saying now, but I guess the question is
I went to prison. I didn't go AWOL.
Okay,
Well-
just address your
I'm
comments.
sorry. I went to prison from here. I didn't
But
go
my understanding is
from
that
the street.
he was not doing what he was supposed to be doing during the times that he could have done that. And the idea that he's been out for a while, and the only thing he can come up with is I guess I'm confused if he's been out of prison for 7 months or he's been
He
out
had
of
7
prison
months
since
in
20.
between prison stints is what I
Okay.
understand.
Yes.
What was the last time he got out, though?
Just now they came and got me from prison. I'm sorry.
How long have you been in this most recent?
18 months.
Okay, so you go back 18 months, you had 7 months between between then and the first time you were in prison.
Yeah, I was in Indiana prison, and before that I was in Clinton County, sent me
Okay.
to prison from here to there. So,
Nothing is more frustrating than being ripped off by people and then chasing them to try and get your money. Sometimes it becomes a matter of principle. I wish somebody would tell me how I could make that change. That's what I cannot do. The only thing I can do is continue to incarcerate you. You have made efforts while in prison to better yourself, and hopefully you figured out a way to stay sober. So you say you've got something lined up with the Carpenters Union. Even if you didn't, I mean, you've been in prison a lot. That's not doing anything for you, but it's the last option I have. So that's where you're going to go if you don't pay this man.
I promise.
So I know no matter what I do, someone in every different case is going to say, well, this or well, that. I don't have many good options. One, either keep you locked up at the state's expense, which is fine, or give you a chance to make these payments. But, the way you're going to be making payments, they're going to have to be something significant, not just, $100 every 6 months, or it's going to have
No.
to be regular payments.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the recommendation is that he continue on community control, that he pay restitution, work out a schedule with the probation officer on paying restitution, complete thinking, corrective thinking, and you're going to be on an electronic monitor. You'll be allowed to work for 30 days. But at least we know whether or not you're working and what you're doing. So you're on a monitor for 30 days. That gives you time to stabilize yourself. Set up with your probation officer a schedule to make payments. Make a $150 payment out of what you've got now.
Yes, Your Honor.
And continue to do that. If not, I guess we'll see you back here.
No, you won't.
All right, good.
Do I
That's
just
all.
report to probation today? Do I go over
Yes.
to her office?
Yes,
The same lady I spoke with?
I hope.
They will come and get you, since you're going on a monitor, they'll bring you over here,
Okay.
okay?
All right, that's
I
all.
promise, Your Honor.
All right.
New at 5:30. We told you yesterday about a local couple out tens of thousands of dollars after they say a handyman they hired not only didn't do the work, but changed the locks and then moved into their home.
So today I was able to speak with Dennis Harvey, who tells me that he thought he had done his research, but now he's sharing a warning in hopes of protecting other homeowners. Over the last few weeks, there's been a real-life nightmare playing out on Niagara Drive in Coleraine Township, and it's happening here inside this house at 2701.
It was horrible. I mean, we were stuck.
For more than a decade, Dennis Harvey, his wife, and father-in-law all called this place home. But earlier this summer, they moved out and say they hired a handyman, now identified as this man, 52-year-old Wayne Caldwell Jr., to come in and do some repairs to get it ready for sale.
It was put down some flooring, clean it up, paint. There was a couple articles of furniture that were still left in there. We wanted removed and thrown away. And just general kind of fixing up of the house to make it nice to be sold.
Harvey says Caldwell came highly recommended by a family member, so he didn't question a $20,000 cash deposit or any of the several follow-up payments they made for supplies.
Since me and my wife are disabled, we have a hard time getting back and forth over there to check progress all the time. So he was coming over to our house here in Mainville and just giving us updates, and it seemed like everything was going fine at first. And then, about a week into working, he said he found a bunch of black mold. They said he had to quarantine the property and that we wouldn't be allowed to be there.
But the questions did start a few weeks later when he says neighbors started reaching out asking if they'd sold the home. The couple stopped by and say that's when they discovered the locks on the doors had been changed, there were new security cameras installed, and say that Caldwell was all moved in.
Clutter in the house, just random things. Like he hung pictures in the house that weren't ours. There's beds that have been moved in there. He literally had just turned it into his own private home.
At that point, the Harveys turned to Coleraine Township Police for help. Officers say their investigation uncovered that Caldwell was wanted out of Dearborn County, Indiana, for felony home improvement fraud, Warren County, Ohio, for a felony probation violation, and Franklin County, Ohio, for felony theft. Now he's facing several new charges in Hamilton County, all tied back to the Harveys' home.
I want to see him do his time in prison, and I want him not to do this to any other people. I mean, we know that there's other people that he's done this to in other counties and things, and I just don't want to see him taking advantage of more people and taking them from all the money that they have.